Phil, we've talked a lot on the program. The National Labor Relations Board itself, we've talked, it consists
Sure.
of 5 seats in Washington, D.C. There's 5 board members. Do you have a guess right now as to how many board members there are filling those seats right now out of the 5?
Let's see. I'm going to assume there's two, and I'll explain my guess, right? Because I'm not sure it was ever completely full under Biden's administration, but he would have had the ability during his term to at least appoint three in the way that the seats cycle through. So he would have appointed three Democrats, and maybe those seats didn't get filled exactly. I know you always share this with us.
Yep.
And as they expire off, we probably have two. It's not enough for a quorum.
Well, you're close. You're really
Okay.
close. There's one right now. There's
Oh yeah,
one
geez.
NLRB board member. You're right. During the bulk of the Biden administration, the board was at 3-1, 3 Democrat appointees, 1 Republican appointee, and because of the staggered nature of those terms, that we're down to one right now.
Yeah.
And it's a Democrat board member. His term expires August 27, 2026. So he'll be on there for a while. President Trump has nominated 2 people to fill 2 of those 4 vacancies, which would then restore a quorum to the board for the first time in quite a while. And so President Trump has nominated, like I said, 2 people. One is the last name of Mayer, and one is the last name of Murphy. So 2 M's.
Okay.
And so I'm bringing this up because it's really interesting. The nominee, Mayer, he had been Boeing's top labor advisor and previously worked at Intercontinental Hotels Group, MGM Resorts International, and a company called Aramark. And he began his career at management side labor firms, much like I have done. And interestingly, our own Senator Josh Hawley really grilled Murphy yesterday during, I'm sorry, grilled Mayer yesterday during the questioning and really zeroed in on the strike at Boeing. And
Mm.
what he talked about, what Hawley talked about, was what he described as perceived favoritism by Boeing for its unionized workers in Seattle. Last year, Boeing agreed to give upfront $12,000 bonuses and 38% raises across 4 years. And that is significantly higher than what Boeing and the union have been talking about here in St. Louis. Um, for his part, Mayer denied advising Boeing on those negotiations. And he was asked by Hawley if it would be fair for the Missouri workers to be paid what the Seattle workers are paid. And he answered that, quote, there are a number of factors that come into play with how employees are paid. And then Hawley kind of abruptly cut him off. So
Yeah.
interesting kind of dynamic there, kind of zeroing
Hmm.
in right here on some things going on in the St. Louis area.
Yeah, and I know you've been involved in plenty of union negotiations as I have, and particularly for large employers. And I've been very close to the Boeing organization with my time at GKN Aerospace here in St. Louis and globally. But the reality is, in my opinion, is, because one worker in one place of the country is paid and rewarded in a competitive way doesn't mean another worker in another part of the country gets that same level of pay and reward. And it really does create a rub that people struggle to understand, right? I mean, the negotiating committees don't, they can understand a cost of living is different, right? But the percent increase, but there are a number of factors that go into that. And I would expect Holly to take the position that he's taking and cut off because, he is in a way representing some of those workers here in Missouri under that that are on that strike. So,
Yep.
I mean, those, when we talk about, this is maybe a great segue into developing, an HR professional. But when you talk about understanding the business and the economics of business, particularly if you're part of a large company and you have workers in different parts of the country doing similar tasks, but on different business lines that you get paid different rewards for. As an organization, your margins are different, the cost of living is different, the competitive market is different, the
Taxes are
productivity.
different.
Taxes are different, productivity is different. There are all kinds of factors that go into that. And it makes it really difficult, particularly when people don't like the message, even when the message is true. And that's great development for a young business person. I often say the best development I ever had came from my labor relations experience.
Level up your HR game with an AIM Employers Association membership. Get 24/7 expert support, exclusive training, and a network of peers. Join thousands of HR leaders building better organizations. Call AIM at 800-948-5700 or visit aimea.org today to learn about becoming a member.